guys, Teddy here. Welcome back to Blade and Simple. Got a review of the Benchmade 200 puukko. Now I've had this blade for over a year now. I've beat the hell out of it. I have used it. This knife probably sees more use out of any of my other blades. Next to my Castrum Woodsman. But let's get into this. CPM 3V steel, 3 3/4 inch blade, 4.5 inch handle, thickness is 0.14 of an inch, modified Scandi grind. I say modified because it originally comes with a secondary bevel. I have since removed that secondary bevel. Does have a bit of a sharpening choil right here, which I do like. Doesn't come all the way up to the blade, so I do appreciate that. Bit of a palm swell right there, nice palm swell. Not much of a belly. There is a little bit, but not much. This material is called santoprene, which feels like a very tough, durable, rubberized material. Very grippy, very comfortable. Checkerboard pattern along the side, simulated snakeskin belly and top. OD green. Overall weight 4.54 ounces, so extremely light. Very well balanced blade. Very, very well balanced. You get this in your hand, feels like you're wielding nothing, to be honest. It's that light. Here's the sheath. Leather sheath, as you can see, it's well beat up. I used this and beat the snot out of this. Does have this plastic or Kydex insert, I'm not sure which one. Has a fire steel loop on the side. Belt loop with a dangler. Nice stitching at the back of the belt loop right there, very nice stitching. It is riveted as well as being stitched. Does have a drainage hole at the bottom. Decent sheath, not amazing, decent. Now I will take this sheath over the Bark River Cub sheath, and we'll get into that. Now, like I said, I've had this blade for about a year now. I've batoned with it. I've made a lot of fires with it. It does not come with a 90-degree spine. You're gonna have to do that on your own. Like I said before, take a file, drag it along the edge, drag it along the spine, create that 90-degree spine. Not very hard work. It's a little bit of elbow grease, never killed anybody. Overall, really good package. MSRP on this is, I believe, I could be wrong, search around, you probably find it cheaper, it's about 150 bucks. So, not very cheap, but not overly expensive. I think that's a decent price point for what you're getting. That's a great price point for what you're getting. Now, I want to get into some sheath options here. This is a multi-part video. Well, multi-aspect video. I got some kickback and some flack because I called this sheath garbage. Okay? Now let me tell you why I called it garbage. A properly designed sheath should have good retention. See? That's why this is decent, not great. And that took a lot to come out. This can shake all day. Won't come out. Castrum Woodsman. Cold steel. SRK. all day. Won't come out. I'm not even going to shake this one. This will fall out. As you can see, sorry about that, having camera issues today. As you can see, this fell out. It took a lot of jiggling around to get it to fall out, but it will fall out. And that's because I didn't put it in there properly. I just slid it in. Now you can push it in and nothing. So that was user error. The reason why I say this sheath is garbage is the retention. It has no retention. I had to modify this sheath to aid in retention, and still the retention is non-existent. It is a very beautiful designed leather sheath. Very high quality material, extremely high quality material. Very attractive. Great options. You can do scalp carry. There options. This is leather. There is no drainage hole. Absolutely none. This is CPM 3V. This will rust. So you get your blade wet, you stick it in the sheath, it's going to rust on you. There's no retention in that sheath. Secondly, the button snap. This snap is here, right here. No retention. You're snapping on a tapered part of the blade, which will just slide off. Bad design. The belt loop dangler should have been a little bit higher. It should be riding about here. You put this on your belt, and I've worn it on my belt. This digs into your side. Bad belt loop design. This belt loop should roll a little bit higher, and this button snap should snap around here. Right there. That would help aid in retention. This belt loop is also, this belt snap is a lot larger than it needs to be. This should be a lot smaller. This should be tight to secure to this. It's not. It's loose. I can go on and on and on. This sheath was an afterthought for this knife. A complete afterthought. Look at the size of this sheath. Look at the size of this blade. That's a properly designed leather sheath. And as you can see, drainage hole. Nice welting. Fire steel loop. This is a nicely designed leather sheath. Look at where the belt loop rides. High up on the blade. High up on the handle. You don't have to worry about this digging into your side. This is a well-designed blade. $150 something, some odd dollars. $300. You can get this in CPM 3V, the Cold Steel SRK. Well known, well used. You can get this for $160 in CPM 3V. So, you're not only paying for the steel, you're not only paying for the quality, you're paying for the sheath as well. I call this sheath garbage, and I stand by that statement. This sheath is complete garbage. It is an afterthought. You have an amazing blade, and an afterthought sheath. The package, in my opinion, doesn't work. I'm sorry. So the people who get offended by me calling this sheath garbage, tough. That's exactly what it is. Now, granted, Bark River makes a lot of high quality leather sheaths that fit properly, that are well designed for the knife that they carry. This is not designed for the knife that it carries. This is an afterthought sheath. This sheath, inexpensive sheath, has better retention than that one. A lot better retention. Not coming out. But it does have its flaws. Let me get into that. It does come with a rivet right there. When you insert the blade into the sheath, this sheath should be a little bit bigger than it actually is. When you insert the blade into the sheath, the tip of this knife will actually hit that rivet and ding your blade every single time. Now, I have brought this up to Benchmade, and they said that's something that they're looking into. I actually had to remove that rivet and put some paracord around it to hold that in place. Cheap fix, does the job. But ideally, I would like to get Kydex for this. I do like the package. I do love the blade. I do love this puukko blade. This is so comfortable. I use it all the time, especially when it comes to fire making. I use it frequently. So I would definitely say it is worth it. This is one of their earlier models. So the Rockwell is about a... No, I'm wrong. This is one of their newer models. So the Rockwell is about a 60. Okay, this is about a 60. And I'm sure they must have addressed the sheath problems by now. So I would definitely look into picking up one of these Benchmade 200 puukkos. It is definitely worth it. Now, if you're not a fan of a secondary bevel, you might want to grind that out. You might want to sharpen that out. Easy to do. That CPM 3V holds a great edge. It's easy to touch up in the field. An amazing blade. No complaints. So like I said, this is a multifaceted video. You get a little bit of everything in this video. So I know it seems like this is all over the place, but just having one of those days, you know. So until next time, remember the Trinity. Keep it all, keep it sharp, keep it safe. See you in the next one.